Hello and welcome to another pen video from me, Penultimate Dave. So I have here another pen for review. I'd like to thank Derek from Stonecop Fine Writing Supplies in the UK for sending me this pen for review. This is the newer BENU Talisman Tiger's Eye. I got to see this at the London Pen Show in the Autumn Pen Show in October 2023. If you don't know, BENU was formed originally in 2016 with the aim to making writing instruments and desk accessories for those who prefer bold, bright colours and new designs that are playful. The name BENU is inspired by the ancient Egyptian and associated with the sun, the creation and rebirth, and the BENU bird, which is one of the oldest names of the phoenix, a majestic creature that is reborn throughout time. BENU pens are truly something different. So this is the BENU Talisman, and it's inspired by myths and legends. So this is the Tiger's Eye edition. So I think let's remove the lid on this box, and the first thing that you see here is that you have this little cardboard pen pouch. Now, you do have the Tiger's Eye here, and this actually gives you a little bit more information about the Tiger's Eye quartz, the inspiration that you can see there, and this is just quite an interesting booklet or pamphlet. You also get the product information and lifetime warranty, and then you just get a bit of shredded paper in there. I think ultimately this is the best type of pen packaging for recycling. Now, I think if I open up this pouch here, you will see, I'm going to remove the box out of the way, the BENU Talisman. And this is the Tiger's Eye edition, and I have to say this one I really do like. Now, I have nearly bought a Talisman in the past. I have more recently bought 3 Euphorias, and I am liking the Euphorias, but I saw this and decided I really wanted to take a look at this pen. So I'm very glad that Derek sent this to me for review. So you can see there you have the cap finial, you have the blind cap here. This is a cartridge converter pen. But it has a lot of this black and orange, and I really do think this looks like a Tiger's Eye. You also have some gold glitter, which obviously is something that BENU do a lot in all of their pens. If I unscrew the cap here, you'll see quite a long tapered section, and then you'll see the BENU nib there, and that is a broad nib. It's a number 6 size Schmidt nib. It is a steel nib with a plastic feed there. If I unscrew the body, you'll see a standard Schmidt converter, a K5 converter, which is effectively an international converter. Now, there's no metal threads on this, so if you wanted to, you could probably eyedrop it as well. There isn't any O-ring there, though. So I would just maybe put a word of caution there. But you probably could try it and see if you wanted to. You can see in the size of my hand, this is actually quite a nice size. Now, I know the first thing that some of you are going to ask is, how does this compare in size to the Euphoria? So let me get a Euphoria for you. This is the Euphoria that I have, which is the bourbon, and you can see there that it is quite a bit longer, the bourbon, than the Talisman, and also quite a bit thicker as well. Now, if I unscrew the caps on both of these, and then take a look, and show you the bodies, the length of the pen also, if I can get them to line up there, is also a little bit shorter on the Talisman as well, and also thinner in terms of the section as well. So if you're not into sort of the Euphorias or the oversized pens, then maybe the Talisman would be good. But in terms of the Euphoria, this is the size of my hand. And then if I put this here, um, this is the size of the Talisman. So the Talisman is still pretty long. So it's not a short pen, but it is shorter than the Euphoria. But it still is a nice pen to hold. And I have to say, I also like the sort of facets that are going on here. I want to say facets. They're not. They are kind of facets. They're alternating facets. So you have a little bit of a dimple here. And as I turn it, there's a little bit of a dimple there. And it just rotates around. Technically, they are facets. But they're just not in alignment with each other. But for me, I do like the Euphoria a lot. This is the Talisman, so it is a little bit shorter. But I do like the colours on this a lot. So I think with that, let's do a size check. We'll do a weight check. We'll do a pen comparison. And then we'll do a writing sample. So I think let's do a measurement. So the full length of the pen, we're looking about 138 millimeters in length. The length of the cap, we're looking at about 63 millimeters in length. And I will do a length check on the body so we can see that. And that we are looking at, to the tip of the nib or tip of the tines, we're looking at about 130 millimeters. So it's still bordering on an oversized pen. And you can see that there in the size of my hand. It's actually quite comfortable. I can post the cap as well. The cap isn't making the pen back weighted. So if you do want a longer pen, you can have that there. Or likewise, if you just want to hide, or not hide the cap, but obviously not lose the cap, then you can post the cap on the back of the pen. So I think with that, let's do a weight check. So the full weight of the pen, and this is uninked, we're looking at just over 20 grams in weight. The weight of the cap, we are looking at just around 8 grams in weight. And we're looking at, for the weight of the body, around about just under 12.5 grams in weight. So that is quite a lightweight pen for sure. I think with that, let's go and do a comparison with other pens. So from left to right, we have a BENU Scepter 3, a BENU Scepter 1, a BENU Scepter 6. We have a BENU, and this is the Euphoria in the Bourbon. We have a BENU Euphoria, and this is the New Year 2023 pen. We have a BENU Talisman Tiger's Eye, a BENU Euphoria Vodka on the Rocks, a Esterbrook SD Oversize in the Rocky Top. We have a Santini Libra in the Amber and a Santini Libra in the Laurel. So I think let's now go and do a writing sample. So this is the BENU, and it's the Talisman, and it is the Tiger's Eye. And it's a broad, and it's a steel Schmidt nib. And then the ink in it today is a diamine. And it's blaze orange. And I thought this would be a fitting orange ink for essentially this orangey, glittery pen. Now, I think in terms of line variation, we are definitely seeing a Western broad nib there. Can I push it? I can push it maybe a little bit towards a double broad. And you can see here the figure of 8s. And if I continue these vertical lines, you can see there's no hard starts or skips. So this nib is pretty well tuned. In terms of ink wetness, let's take a look. And we'll do a cross pass. Now, typically the cross passes on BENUs, I do find the tines to be a little bit tighter. It's not scratchy. The nib actually writes very nicely for this broad nib. But typically you will find, though, sometimes with certainly more often with the Schmidt nibs, that you do have a little bit more ink flow on the downstrokes than you would on the cross strokes. What do I like? What do I not like about this pen? I really like the material. I do like the facets on this pen as well. I do like the spring-loaded clip that you have here from the end of the cap finial there. I do like the pen quite a lot. I think the orange and the black go very nicely together with the gold glitter. I think I would prefer this if it was in the Euphoria model, but I still like this quite a lot. And I'm a little bit torn because I need to work out whether or not I want to add this to my collection. So by the time of this review, I will have made that decision. So unfortunately, you won't be able to persuade me either way. But I am really sort of edging on the side of adding this to my collection. I do like the Tiger's Eye material. I think it is quite nice. So I'd like to thank Derek again from Stonecott Fine Writing Supplies for loaning me this pen for review. I'd like to say that this is going to go back to Derek, but as I've already said, I might be adding this to my collection. But I'd like to thank him for loaning me this pen for review initially. And if you want to check out Derek, you can check him out at stonecottfinewritingsupplies.com, or you can also check him out on Instagram as well. So that's my review of the BENU Talisman Tiger's Eye with a broad steel nib. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next pen video. Bye-bye.